boys and girls. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a shorter one for us. We're going to be reviewing two of the letters that we've learned this year, and I'm going to kind of be going over something that's just going to help prepare you a little bit more for first grade next year. It's something that we had talked about a little bit this year, but we didn't do a ton with it. So I'm just going to talk about the two letters, and then I'm going to show you some blends, what I mean by that. But this video really won't be as long as it usually is for our reading this week. So I'm just going to ask that as you're doing some reading this week in books that you might have at your houses and also with your story that is posted on the calendar, that you're looking for words that have the two letters that we're going to be reviewing and also looking for words that have some of the blends that I'm going to go over. So today we're going to be reviewing these two letters. Okay. Let's try to say our alphabet chant together here. B, baby, B. And we also have J, jaguar, J. Okay, so we have the B sound and the J sound. I'm going to go ahead and write a couple of words underneath one. I'm going to ask that you pause the video and try to sound out those words to read them, and then we'll go over them, and then I'll do the same thing for the letter J. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to blend those three words, please. Now that you've had some time to do that, let's go ahead and read them together. I'm not going to blend them because these ones are kind of quick and easy words. We have box, bit, bug. I hope you were able to get all three of those. Box, bit, and bug. Nice job. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, same thing. Go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to blend and read those three words. And then when you're ready, push play. We'll read them together. Now that you've had a little bit of time to read those words on your own, let's read them all together. The first one we have is jug, jam, jet. Okay, very nice reading. So these are going to be the two letters that are going to be in your story that you're reading this week. And I encourage you to try to find words in that story and also just make a list, kind of how I did, of words that start with the letter B and words that also start with the letter J. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to go over for this week, again, this is something that I said is kind of a little bit of something that you'll be doing more in first grade next year. So I'm going to show it to you and practice with it, but it's not something that you really have to be doing a ton of work with in kindergarten. But when we're talking about blends, we're talking about two letters that are right together in a word that kind of make one sound. So if I were to put this blend, okay, CR, when you see them next to each other in a word, they make the cur sound. So, for example, if I have this word, okay, instead of saying ab, when I blend it, I can actually just say the blend together. Ab, my word is crab. So the C and the R together make one sound, and that's the cur sound. If you see this in a word, that makes it a little easier to sound it out. Okay, so we have the blend CR. We also have the blend FR together. When we see these two letters together in a word, they say fur. Okay, again, as an example, here's a word that has the blend. I could, when I'm blending it, I could say og, but this blend makes it easier to sound out. So I can say frog, frog. Okay, blends are basically when we have two letters right next to each other in a word, and it's just easier for us to sound them out because they make one sound that's a little bit easier for us to remember. Okay. I'm not going to go through all of the blends because there are tons of them, and you'll start to pick them up more as you are doing more practice with your reading. But I am going to just write a few, and we'll just take the time to go through, and I'll show you the sound that they make. And then as you're going through the week with this video, you can rewatch it and just push pause after I write each of the blends, and you can try to remember what they are before I say them. Okay, so we have this blend. Oops, my marker. There we go. SW says sw. ST says st. This is a blend that can come in the beginning or at the end of words. So for example, here it is in the beginning, stun. It also is here at the end of my word, just, just, okay? Sometimes blends can come in the beginning, sometimes they come at the end of words. So ST together says st. GR together says grr, like green or grouchy or grab. This one is kind of a different one because if we were to sound it out, it would say k, k. But when we see this in a word, it just makes the k sound one time. So for example, one of our color words, okay, if we sounded it out, bull-ack, we wouldn't say bull-ack, bull-ack. The CK makes one sound for the k sound. This one is a little bit different. This one is This one will always come at the end of a word. So it could be a word like this, and I'm sorry that this is getting to be towards the bottom of my board here. Jump, jump, okay? The MP together says and it will always come at the end of the word, okay? And one more that I'm going to show you, like I said, there are lots of blends, okay? All it really is when you take two letters together and they make one sound. BL together says bull. So again, in the word that I used for my CK, there's another blend, okay? This time, bull-ack, bull-ack, black. Okay, so again, in your story that you're reading this week on your calendar, or in the calendar, I should say, be on the lookout for some of these words that have blends in them. And when you're reading stories at home with your families, same thing. It's nothing that we really have to have you do for kindergarten, but we're just trying to show you some things that will help you be extra ready for next year when you go to first grade. Okay, so thank you for watching and learning a little bit more about blends with me. And thank you for doing a nice job of reading those decodable books on the calendar as well. Those are really good practice for reading. Bye, friends.